Hello there, it's Macca here. Right, I'm ready to go out now tonight. I'm going to see the Bootleg Beatles play with the Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra in the Philharmonic Halls, and I'm going to eat in the Philharmonic dining rooms opposite. My tickets didn't arrive in the post, so I've got to pick something up at the box office, and I'm hoping today, after the disaster I had yesterday, that the taxi turns up for me today. I'm using a different company. Not the one from the taxi phone in the hotel. I'm not giving them a second chance to let me down. I'm going to go to the British Music Experience Museum tomorrow, and I'm going to go with Macca. The staff at the British Music Experience have been extremely helpful, and so have the box office been at the Philharmonic Halls. So the thing that's going to be binned now is the open top bus tour, but I can come back and do that again, can't I? Right, so I'll let you know what this is like later on. See ya. Well, I can't tell you how good that was. That was absolutely fantastic. Now, true to form, first taxi let me down. I'm going to recommend a taxi cab firm because they've taken me there and brought me back. If you're in Liverpool, around the Albert Docks, Alpha taxis, very reliable and nice drivers too. That was a fantastic concert. Now, first of all, I went to the Philharmonic dining halls. And I went upstairs, first of all, because that's where the dining rooms are, but she said they were downstairs. So I didn't see the upstairs dining rooms there. So I went downstairs to the bar, and they had seated me in the corner in the dining room, only the one that Paul McCartney played at when he did the carpool. I'm tripping over my teeth, I'm so excited. Look, when he played carpool karaoke and came back to Liverpool with James Corden, and they did the surprise concert at the Liverpool dining rooms, I was in the room that he played in, and I was sitting in the back corner. So I've taken some photographs, chandeliers, stained glass. I've been watching the Heritage programme on Sky Arts. Was it on Sky? Yeah, it was Sky Arts, the one that Jim Muir was introducing. And I can tell you, I even spotted decorative plasterwork on the walls and gold leaf. So I know now that that is pargeting. Now, the dining halls have a reputation for having some of the best loos in Europe. Trust me, they've been known for it for years, but I think that's the men's toilets. The ladies were rather disappointing. Having said that, the food wasn't expensive. For a main meal, which would have fed 2 people, a cold drink, a cappuccino, £16, and I left a tip. You can't go wrong, can you? Then over the road, I've taken some photographs. I have to say that Hope Street separates the Anglican and the Catholic cathedral, either end of the street. The Everyman Theatre is at one end. So I've done a full 360-degree turn so that you can see the area, and it looks lovely. You can see all the way down to the Liver building from there, and it's even more spectacular when you come out at night because everything's lit up. So the Art Deco halls then, which are the Philharmonic Hall, is an Art Deco building, built 1936, I think. Acoustics in there, fantastic. So the concert then, I photographed some of the programme, and remember I told you that this was a concept that Neil Innes put together, and he's combined the Bootleg Beatles, who are 4 guys that have been playing together for about 30 years. I've got to tell you, for 4 musicians, they're not only fantastic musicians, they can do everything the Beatles did. And on top of that, they've got to have a Philharmonic Orchestra behind them, and they held their own. And they've got to act as well. And they acted the part. They played the parts, dressed correctly. They did the roof concert in fur coats. And they finished with Hey Jude and a little tribute to Neil Innes at the end, which I thought was really nice. I have to say, I haven't seen them before. They were brilliant musicians, and I think the Liverpool audience really appreciated them, especially with the Philharmonic Orchestra behind them. They were really good. Now, they are going on tour, and I've tried to photocopy what's left of the tour for this year, and I'll put text underneath so you understand what I'm photographing. That's from the catalogue that I bought, and but also they're on tour, and I put the recommended contact numbers and where the tour is. I highly recommend that you go and see them. Now, interestingly, I go to these things on my own. I've got no idea who I'm going to be sitting next to, and I happened to have a conversation with a lady of a certain age, shall we say, certainly older than me. And it happens that she went to school at the school that my mum went to, Holly Lodge in West Derby. And she was telling me that she'd been a Beatle fan and she used to go to the Cavern. I said, did you go in your lunch break, you know, when you were young? She said, no, I was still at school. She said, I bunked off school. So I said, well, how did you manage it in your school? Were you in school? They wore uniform at Holly Lodge. She said, yeah, we had to go to the toilets on the way. And I had to change my clothes in the toilets on the way. And she said, they were brilliant. She said, but I said, well, the Casbah, which was Pete Best and his mum, which was originally in West Derby, did you know them from that era? And she said, no, she'd been a little bit too young for that. But her friend used to go. And she said, when she was watching these four musicians come on stage tonight, she said, I really choked up when I saw George. She said, because it just looked like him. Well, to me, they all looked like them. For the first part, they played the whole of Let It Be. Paul had a beard and John didn't. And when they came back on and played Abbey Road, Paul was clean shaven and John was bearded up. But she said the George character was spot on, and it was quite poignant. Now, her son-in-law used to play violin for the junior Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra, and he said what a fine orchestra that is. He was amazed with the sound, and he was telling me about places to go to buy records in the future. So I'm gonna put a little bit of video. I need to leave some space on this so you can see where I've been, and the only thing I can say is that was worth my while coming to Liverpool just to see that, because I'll always remember that. And the music was good too, and we finished with Hey Jude, na 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 na, hey hey. So I'm going to do a na 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 na, hey hey, good night from Maggie. Hope you enjoy watching the little bits of video footage that I took. Okay, British music experience tomorrow. I'll let you know. I'm not just a Beatles fan, I am a fan of music. One thing I will comment on, I didn't buy a fridge magnet, but I did buy a key ring. I did buy a Hofner bass key ring, and I've got to tell you, no wonder he plays that, because I've never heard one of those played before. What a beautiful sound it makes. And that was with the Philharmonic Orchestra behind him, backing him. So what a gorgeous instrument the Hofner bass is. I'm not a guitarist, but I know there was Rickenbackers and all sorts of things. Guitarists will know, but every one of them was good. And I have to tell you, I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to have myself a drink now and get myself to sleep, ready to go out tomorrow. Anyway, so from me, night night, see you soon.